Welcome back to our epic Route 66 adventure.
In this video, we're diving into the Arizona leg of our journey, where the Mother Road takes us through rugged mountains, historic towns, and some of the most iconic spots on the route.
From feeding wild donkeys in Oatman
to soaring over the Grand Canyon, this stretch of Route 66 is packed with unforgettable experiences.
So buckle up and join us as we explore the Grand Canyon State, 1 mile and one memory at a time.
Leaving Needles, we took one last look at the impressive Colorado State Bridge before crossing into Arizona.
This historic bridge, constructed in 1916, once carried Route 66 traffic over the Colorado River. It's an engineering marvel of its time, with its graceful arches standing as a testament to early 20th century design.
Our first stop in Arizona was at Tupac, where we took advantage of the classic driving photo op, and man, it was hot.
Tupac, a small community on the banks of the Colorado River, is known for its scenic views and serves as a gateway to the Tupac Gorge.
This area was historically significant for the Native American tribes and later became a popular spot during the heyday of Route 66.
Next, we ascended to Oatman, a historic mining town that feels frozen in time.
Established during the gold rush of the early 1900s, Oatman is famous for its wild burros, descendants of the pack animals used by miners.
As we walked through the dusty streets, the donkeys were eager to be fed, making them a highlight of our visit.
Oatman also hosts daily staged gunfights, adding to its Wild West atmosphere. Pew pew!
Continuing our journey, we paused at several scenic overlooks on the way to Kingman.
The winding road through the Black Mountains offers breathtaking views and a sense of what early travellers faced.
It's one of the most challenging yet rewarding stretches of Route 66, with sharp turns and steep cliffs that require careful driving.
Lunch in Kingman was at Mr. D's Route 66 Diner, our beloved 50 Styles eatery.
Mr. D's has been a staple on Route 66 since 1939, serving up classic American fare like burgers and milkshakes.
This diner is a trip back in time, complete with neon signs, vinyl booths, and an old-style jukebox playing hits from the past.
Our stay in Kingman was at the historic El Trovador Motel, one of the oldest motels on Route 66, dating back to 1937.
We were lucky to get one of the most updated rooms, and the owner generously shared a 30-minute history about the motel and its famous guests, including Hollywood stars.
We also admired the longest Route 66 map in the world, which stretches along the motel's exterior, depicting scenes from the road's storied past.
After settling in, we explored more of Kingman, including the Santa Fe steam engine, After dinner, we took a nighttime drive through Kingman to check out the illuminated signs and the neon lights, which gave the town a nostalgic glow. The next morning, we headed towards Seligman, with our first stop at the Antares Point Visitors Center.
Here we encountered Giganticus Hedicus, a 14-foot tall statue that's become a quirky Route 66 landmark.
Our journey continued to the Hackberry General Store, a living museum of Route 66 history.
This store is packed with vintage signs, classic cars and memorabilia, making it a must-see for any Route 66 enthusiast.
Seligman was our next destination, often referred as the birthplace of Route 66.
This small town is where Angel, a local barber, led the movement to preserve Route 66 after it was decommissioned in 1985.
We visited Angel's Shop, now a museum, and we took in the town's vibrant atmosphere with its colourful storefront and retro signage.
After lunch at a local cafe, we took a drive where Mandy took the wheel for the first time, navigating the historic road like a pro.
Our accommodations for the night were at the Postcard Motel, which had recently been renovated. Early the next morning, we drove to Williams, a town known as the gateway to the Grand Canyon.
After breakfast, we took a detour to the Grand Canyon Airport for an unforgettable helicopter ride over the south rim of the Grand Canyon.
Aerial views of the Grand Canyon's vast expanse were absolutely breathtaking, offering a perspective that you can only get from above.
Our next stop was at Flagstaff, where we checked into the Americana Motel. This turned out to be Mandy's favourite motel of the entire trip, largely because of the retro mirror ball in the room. Flagstaff, nestled in the mountains, is known for its mix of historic charm and vibrant cultural scene, and the Americana captures that vibe perfectly.
While in Flagstaff, we decided to give our car a wash, and this was the most entertaining car wash we'd ever seen. With flashing disco lights and music, it felt more like a dance party than a chore.
The following day we explored Flagstaff further, starting with the Muffler Man Lumberjack, one of the iconic Muffler Men statues that dot the American landscape.
We also took a quick drive through town to see the historic Hotel Monte Vista, a famous landmark that's been welcoming guests since 1927, including a few Hollywood legends.
Next on our itinerary was Two Guns, an abandoned town with a fascinating and somewhat eerie history.
Once a thriving tourist stop in the 1920s, Two Guns has since become a ghost town, with crumbling buildings and a haunting atmosphere.
Despite its desolate state, the town has an intriguing past involving everything from Native American legends to Wild West outlaws. It's a reminder of how quickly fortunes could change along the Mother Road.
From Two Guns, we made our way to the Meteor Crater, one of the best preserved meteorite impact sites in the world.
This enormous crater was formed around 50,000 years ago when a meteorite struck the Earth with the force of 150 atomic bombs.
Walking along the rim, it's hard not to be amazed by the sheer size of the crater, which is nearly a mile wide and over 500 feet deep.
The visitor centre also offers fascinating exhibits about the science and history behind the impact, making it a must-see stop on Route 66.
Next, we rolled into Winslow, a town made famous by the Eagles song Take It Easy.
We just had to stop at the Standing on the Corner Park, where a life-size statue commemorates the iconic lyrics. It's a fun spot for a photo op and a bit of musical nostalgia.
We also checked out the old Texaco Garage, a relic from the heyday of Route 66 that's been preserved as a historic site.
Our final stop in Arizona was at the famous Here It Is sign at the old Jack Rabbit trading post.
This quirky sign has been drawing travellers in for decades, symbolising the whimsical spirit of the Mother Road.
The Jack Rabbit trading post itself has been around since 1949, selling everything from souvenirs to snacks. It's one of those classic Route 66 stops that feels like stepping back in time.
With a bit of highway driving, we crossed into New Mexico, marking the end of our Arizona adventure.
Stay tuned for the next video where we continue our Route 66 journey through New Mexico.
Until next time.